Hey everyone, it's Lynnea for ThermOWeb, and this week we are collaborating with Heffy Doodle. I love the Heffy Doodle stamps and stencils. They are so cute. And today I'm going to be using the Oceans of Love stamp set with the Raise the Roof stencil, along with some Deco foil flock transfer sheets. So to start out here, I have a piece of the blue diamond flock, and I have cut it down to be the size of an A2 card front. When you're cutting the flock, you want to make sure that you cut it face down. So you're cutting the white, almost like the backer piece. You don't want to cut through the actual flock itself or you'll end up shredding it. So I have the Raise the Roof stencil. I put it face down in just a scrap cardboard box. Sprayed it really well with pixie spray. It is my favorite thing to adhere stencils. I haven't used washi tape or anything to adhere my stencils in months. I use pixie spray for almost every single one of my projects in one way or another. So I sprayed the stencil, I pressed it down really well onto that flock, and now I'm going to grab some Distress inks and blend over the top of the flock transfer sheet. So to start out here, I have Dusty Concord at the bottom, and you do want to keep in mind that since I'm blending on blue, I'm not blending on white, the colors are going to be slightly different. So this Dusty Concord actually turns more like a dark blue, and then I'm blending it out with some chipped sapphire just to soften that edge, and then I will finish off with just a little bit of Mermaid Lagoon down at the top there of my transfer sheet, and that is going to give me this beautiful little ink blended piece on the flock transfer sheet. So since I sprayed my stencil with the pixie spray, obviously pixie spray is an adhesive, so it did pick up just a tiny bit of that flock transfer sheet, but I wanted to show you here how easily it cleans off. I just have a regular baby wipe here. This is from Target, and I just wiped off that little bit of the flock that stuck to the pixie spray on my stencil, cleaned it off, and it's good as new. It comes right off. So this is going to be an underwater scene, and I'm going to be using the narwhal stamp, so I thought I might as well add some glitter to it. So I grabbed the glitter dust in the silver color. This is fantastic for adding tons of shimmer to your paper projects. I sprayed that all over, and then I'm just going to set that aside. It doesn't take long to dry at all, but I'm just going to let everything settle in. And at this point, I hadn't decided exactly which stamp I wanted to use from the Oceans of Love stamp set from Heffy Doodle. So I stamped all of them, and I actually ended up coloring all of them, but then now I just have extras. So as I was coloring and stamping, I'm looking at this narwhal, and he's just the cutest. So I decided to color him gray. I thought that would stand out against that blue background. So I'm using just my tri-blend marker, and I just use these because it makes my color blends easy. I don't have to think about it. But basically what I'm doing is just adding my dark color around the edges of the stamp. I love coloring cute little critters like this because it makes it easy just to add the dark around the edges and then come in with the medium color and blend out with the light. I thought that I would add some dot detail just to give this little guy some texture. So what I did was I just went back to my darkest color, and where I wanted the shading to be, I just added random little dots with my marker. And I love doing this for critters. So I also colored a bunch of the little starfish, and I'm going to be building my sentiment here. And I grabbed the Hey Heffy Doodle die cut, and I wanted to use that so it would say, hey, I've got some fin to say, you're a starwhal, and I wanted to blend some more onto that white flock. For some reason, the white shredded a little bit more. The blue I didn't have any issues with, but I did, I have a heavy hand when I'm blending, so that could definitely be why. But I just blended on some chipped sapphire Distress ink, darker at the bottom, and then you can see there's a little bit of that highlight at the very top. Now I'm going to glue my card together. I am using the iCraft Ultra Bond liquid adhesive. I've just put it into a smaller bottle so it's easier for me to manage. This is my go-to liquid adhesive for everything. It sticks and it adheres so well. So I'm just adding little bits of glue to my sentiments and my images. I'm using my T-square ruler here just to help me get everything aligned. and I am going to put something heavy onto my little pieces. You're going to see here in a minute, I think that I knock my little sentiment strip off, but that's okay. You just want to, because the flock is kind of textured, just put something heavy on there for like a minute. And this is my card. I hope you all enjoyed, and you can find still photos and more information on the ThermOWeb blog. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.